I can't believe I'm saying this right now, but what is good, YouTube?
Guys, sorry for disappearing. I was kind of busy.
Having a breakdown. But I'm back.
YouTube, I should not be yelling like this. It is really late, but I'm back. I'm back. Whew, that feels good to say. What is good? I've missed y'all so much. A lot of people be like, you don't owe us an explanation. But I have one. I finally have one because I felt weird not having an explanation for my absence. So I think it all comes down to one word, and that word is perfectionism. Perfectionism has been whooping my ass. Like, I really just wanted to have this video where I come back and I put everything in this neat little bow for y'all, because I feel like I had to do that for it to make sense. But we're in a panini, y'all. Like, does anything really make sense right now? And that's the tea. That's the real tea. Does anything even make sense? No, it doesn't.
Surprise, shawty!
Also, with me being a little extra, y'all know that I could not come back without a little surprise, little something special for the gang. Oh my gosh, the gang. Oh, all right, I'm so excited, y'all. I'm trying to like contain the excitement of being back alone, but I filmed a new intro and I worked really hard on this intro. I actually had a whole team of people. We really went in, so stay tuned. A sneak preview of that intro, but you're gonna have to watch the follow-up videos to see the full thing. I'm excited. I think this is gonna top a lot of the intros I've done so far. We'll see, fingers crossed. I don't know if I'm doing Vlogmas this year well, I'm already late, so I guess we just gonna do what it do. Yeah, we already late. We just might as well show up and just be present. I'm not making any promises, but what I will say is I finally set my studio back up for filming and everything like that, because it was actually set up for like IGTV and Instagram, which I'll get into later about why I've been over there a little bit more than here. And speaking about this video, now all the jest and everything aside, let's get to the real with the life updates. So I really wanted to make this video be very, like I said, fit into a perfect, just easy box where I could be like, here you guys go, deliver it on a silver platter and just get right back into making content. Like nothing ever happened. Like, she's back, she's better, she's rejuvenated, she's rested, she's done what she needs to do, boom. But the thought of needing to do that is the exact reason why it took me so long to come back. You know, I was reading something recently. I've just been trying to read more positive, like literature, things that are inspiring, and they said something that really stuck out to me, and they said, run into the fear rather than letting the fear be the obstacle. Sometimes the best way is through it when you have a goal. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna talk about why I've had a hard time coming back and making a I'm coming back video. It's not the videos that I want to make after coming back that has been the issue. My bad, y'all. I'm acting like I don't got tea right here. Wake up and be awesome, even though it's nighttime. Okay, back. Told y'all I gotta do this for equilibrium. But yeah, where was I? Having an ADHD moment. I'm not saying that as an expression. I have diagnosed ADHD for several years now. Anyway, hold up, let me get it together. All right, I got it. Basically, the best way to overcome my fear is through it. That was the thing where I just had to sit down with my journal and really ask myself, like, how am I actually feeling? And that's where we met our second roadblock, where I was like, I can't say that, but it's YouTube. I can say what I want to a degree. The new community guidelines a little wild, but I forgot that, like, y'all my gang, y'all my family, so y'all get me. You know what I'm saying? This is what, like, one of my safest communities. I have some of the most amazing followers online. It's not even a joke. Like, y'all are some of the most amazing people. Literally, I cannot say this enough. So I was like, why am I trying to like sugarcoat this and censor it and make it all pretty and cute when I could just be real with y'all? So the real is, when I was trying to format everything and put it in a bubble, I was like, all right, I can say that I went through some shit and I'm happy now. Boom, I'm happy. Then everybody be like, okay, great, she's happy, congratulations, now start posting. But that felt like it was not authentic to what I've been experiencing, right? I could say that I'm really sad right now, because I have been sad a little bit. Notice the keyword a little bit. That's the part I had to explore, because then, you know, when I will post about something sad that's that's going on in my life, y'all are like, girl, take the time off that you need. Or if I say I'm depressed, it's like, sis, thank you for sharing. Take care of yourself, take time away. But time away isn't exactly what I need either. So I was like, how do I explain this? And if I say I'm scared, then it's like, girl, there's nothing to be afraid of. Like, do what you need to do. And I just felt like the algorithm of the internet loves a box. They love when you are a hair channel. They love when you are a makeup channel. They love a video where it's just like, I'm sad as fuck. They love a video where it's like, I'm happy. Here's my brand new car. They love that stuff. But the reality of humanity is none of us are monoliths. We say this a lot on TikTok. We say this a lot in conversations, but the truth of the matter is we do not exist in boxes. And I noticed phone screen, computer screen is technically a box. I'm going too deep into it, but you know what I'm saying, y'all? I had to come back and just be like, yo, I'm feeling all the things right now. No easy way to say this. Like, I am dealing with an immeasurable situation, you know what I mean, and what I've been going through in my personal life. So here's the thing, healing and emotions, especially during this pandemic, are just not linear, and that's something that we have to all as a collective be more forgiving of for ourselves. If you see somebody crying one day on social media and then smiling and hitting a dance on TikTok the next day, that is kind of normal for what is going on right now in the circumstances of life. So I think we just got to be more forgiving for humanity at the moment. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit of everything. In all honesty, it literally took me months to be able to say that to y'all because I just did not know what to say. I felt like a deadbeat YouTuber. I just was like, I don't know how I'm gonna explain this to them, because I was like, what if I come back and I disappear again? What if I'm super consistent then I fall off? What if I say I'm happy then I'm actually sad and something's going on? What if I say I'm sad but then they get confused because I'm doing happy things? So I was like, you know what? I feel like the key to my consistency is being able to be my authentic self. When I can no longer be that, that is where we run into issues, because I am an extrovert and introvert, so I love authenticity. Like, that's something that means a lot to me, is being able to show up as myself, or at least 70%. I feel like there's certain parts of yourself that should just be left to your devices in your living room, but that's neither here nor there. I wanted this story of my time away and triumph and victory. In all honesty, there's no victory I felt that is consistent. I think the journey is the victory, the triumph. You're triumphing every single day that you wake up, every single breath you take. Triumph. See, there we go. I already won. Got another one on him. Especially with what I've been going through. Like, I'm a jokester. I also learned that my astrology chart is also like water dominant, and of course I am an air sign, so I thought it was like, oh, I thought I was air dominant. Everything is making sense now. Everything is kind of like, I be in the feels, but I be joking way too much. So that's something that might get confusing for people. Like, I thought she was sad, and it's like, bitch, I am, but I have been in this state of both losing and finding myself at the same time. I am mourning old versions of myself while celebrating these new versions and chapters that are coming in, and it's happening simultaneously. So how can I be like, I'm so excited, when I'm like, oh, I'm sad that part of my life is done? Or how can I be like, I'm so sad when there's so much good stuff happening that's coming and that's on the way? It's just like, I'm in limbo. So basically, I'm everything. That video's done. So no, I'm just kidding. So that's where my head's been at. And just to let y'all in and be a little bit more vulnerable, I was trying to like resist doing this a little bit. I was like, I don't know if y'all could see the wheels turning while I was talking earlier, but I was trying to decide, like, should I be candid about what's going on? So I will let you in on a few things, of course, that are like the major bullet points. One thing that was a major life change is that I actually had the same management for about 5 years, and I decided to make that shift after Black Lives Matter. I feel like a lot of people can relate to this, and I can't even say after Black Lives Matter, but y'all know what I mean, because Black Lives Matter has been a lifelong journey for me. But after that, I started to pick up on some things, notice some things, feel some things, and I started to be more vocal. You know what I mean? I felt like I finally had the safety to do so. Whereas before, in order to keep your job or in order to stay in good rapport with, frankly, white people, I had to filter myself 24/7. 24/7, 24/7. It's really draining, right? So I was like, and I feel like a lot of people are like this, where it's just like, bro, I can't do this anymore. I cannot. So I addressed with some of those team members, like where I felt like things could be a little bit better, where I felt let down, where I had some really, really rough experiences racially. And I was devastated by the response overall. Like there were a few moments where they really did do some things a little bit better, but then I realized those were only in front of audiences, or you know what I mean? But then where the areas that really counted, I was super duper let down. So I was like going through a period where I started reevaluating, and I started actually testing things, because I was being gaslit about my entire experience for so long that I actually, you know, when you're being gaslit and you start testing the waters, like you start doing social experiments to make sure you're not the one in the wrong or whatever. So I started doing really simple little things, like I have more than one team I work with. So I had a team that, well, I still have them. I have a team that's really, really phenomenal, really on it with things. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna send the same text to team A, the one that I ended up leaving, and team B, the one that I really have a good rapport with. And then I would just pay attention to the response. Sometimes I'd be asking for something really, really simple and minimal, and team A would tell me all the reasons why they couldn't do it, why it was a silly idea, why I should work harder or do something that puts the responsibility back on my plate, why I shouldn't be trying new things. Like it was always something, always something. I didn't want to rant, but I mean, it's real. And then the other team would be like, on it, got it, you bet, give me a second. And I was just like, oh my God, this is what it feels like to have people working with you, not against you. And I felt like that was the major catalyst in my decision making, especially being gaslit about my racial experiences. Like that was like the straw that broke the camel's back, where I was just like, I cannot do this anymore. Another huge thing that I noticed during that year, from basically the beginning of 2020-ish all the way through until I ended up leaving earlier this year, a big catalyst that I noticed is that I was not drawing anymore. And I'm gonna get to art and stuff later in the video, but I was not, like, you guys will understand when you finish this video why that's such a big deal to me. That is a massive, like, I am somebody, long story short, that has created something every single day. Unless I was literally in the bed ill, even in my mind, I was always creating something every day. And I realized I went almost a year where I had drawn and truly created in the fundamental essence of my being maybe 3 times in a year. That is shocking. That is shocking. And I blamed myself the whole year. I need to be working harder. I need to be allocating more free time. I need to be more inspired. Maybe I'm a Debbie Downer. Maybe I'm this, maybe I'm that. I was so hard on myself, y'all. And literally the moment I left that situation, the clouds parted. Like, I started drawing again. I noticed that I spent this past year in just a home with white walls. I literally started decorating again, like just for fun off camera. Like I have, if you saw my office right now, which I'll probably do an office tour soon. I mean, I have like pegboards and I have posters and supplies and artwork. Like I'm filled with like, do you hear the excitement? Every family member, every friend I have has told me that they see a massive difference in me. I've lost like 10 pounds. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, I'm about to cry. But like, sometimes it is these tiny changes. I mean, it was a big change for me, but they make the biggest difference. And I wanted to be like politically correct as much as possible. But why? You know what I mean? Like, this is a true part of my story and my experience. So that was a major thing. It was super heartbreaking at the time too, because I'm like, you know, these are people that have been around for a long time. So yeah, but oh my goodness, like everybody's just told me that I've had a glow, my energy, my aura, everything's been different. That was a part of it. Like I feel free. Like I feel like my shoulders are lighter. Whew. So that's one thing. So then, you know, the teams I'm working with now are predominantly Black and Indigenous people of color and women. That's what I mean when I say I'm excited. I get text messages where people say, wow, I'm so excited to see what you're doing. And then I'll show them work. Oh my God, this is like, where, what software? How did you, like, just I am a person, I know this about myself, I thrive off of positive feedback and encouragement. Of course, like, constructive criticism is always helpful, but when you're constantly getting constructive criticism and non-constructive criticism, it can be really, really draining on my spirit, especially creatively. But when someone says, I like that you did this, it's not even like me, like, oh, my ego is boosted. Well, yeah, a little bit, but it's also like, oh, you like this? Wait till you see what I got coming next. Like, I have a competitive spirit, so I feel like that drives me to be like, oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. So yeah, that's one area. And then when I say I have been dealing with a big aspect of my life, another thing is I've been dealing with mass tragedy. And this is the part of the video that I was resisting because it's so sensitive and so touchy. But I need to talk about it because the more vocal I am, the more helpful it is. And I know that's another thing about the box, right? Sometimes when you say this one thing, like what I'm about to say, for example, when people make a video about being depressed or sad or whatever, I know a lot of YouTubers and people can attest to this. You will have droves of people, like hundreds and hundreds of people hitting your inbox, DMing you, texting you, calling you, making like, hey, are you good? Are you good? Are you good? Because what you're going through is kind of sensationalized and on the public display. But then all of that kind of disappears after a week. And I don't really like that feeling. I prefer when people just want to have contact with me just because I exist on earth, not because I've sensationalized something on the internet, or because, you know what I mean? Like, I really want them to just want to. I hope that makes sense. I'm somebody who, I appreciate empathy, but sympathy makes me kind of uncomfortable sometimes when people are like, oh, sweetie, are you like, oh, I cringe. Sorry, that's just not for me. Like, being soothed is okay, but when people are kind of like a little bit more patronizing or like infantilizing you, it just feels weird. So I prefer like when people are soothing you just simply because that's in their nature, but not simply because they feel obligated. I don't know. The thing that I've been beating around the bush to say this whole time is I know that I tweeted about this last year, but it's continued. I'm trying to stay present. Woo. Staying present, because I'm trying not to like visualize people's faces because that's when it kind of goes downhill. But so between 2019 and literally as of like 2 days ago, I have lost 11 people. Some extremely close, some close in a seasonal perspective of like we were attached at the hip for a period of my life, but maybe lost touch for a year or two or whatever it may be, or just during the pandemic. Some people just, you know, got older. And it's not that I'm trying not to cry simply because I don't want to, but it's just I just don't want to cry on camera right now. And I know that this is grieving. Like, grieving is that feeling now that I understand it better, because now basically I said I had a really close friend of mine from college pass. That has been the drop that tipped the glass. That was not the first friend of mine from college that has passed. And so I felt like, I don't know what it was about this specific person, but the freaking guard system that I had, the infrastructure just broke open. Like, I've seen people say that they're going through this where like I would just be typing and just think of their name and just start like oh my god, like I have a meeting in 2 minutes and I'm just crying. And I was like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, water sign dominant and all that's not normal for me. I'm usually able to like, you know, compartmentalize, disassociate. I'm usually able to do a little bit of that very, very well for business. Like, I take pride in it. Part of even doing commercial work is literally disassociative when you think about it. Like, think about, like, I've had bad news and been able to get on a commercial set and be like, hello everybody, oh my god, like da 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 da, and that broke in me. So think about social media and how like with social media it's kind of like people expect you to be more positive, and if you're a Debbie Downer and just talking about, oh, I'm so sad all day, people start to be like, oh, girl, okay, you need to go talk to somebody. That's the thing. I'm in therapy. I've been in therapy for over a year now, almost 2 years, and it's been great. Honestly, that's how I realized everything about the situation I just told you about, but I've been working through it with my therapist and everything, and myself. But I also am somebody who's mature, and I'm aware that these things take time, but I was just like, but I'm also aware that where I'm at in the process now just freaking sucks. Like, it sucks so bad. That's what I mean in the sense of like why sometimes excessive sympathy makes me a little uncomfortable, because I'm like, bro, you don't have to tell me all these positive quotes. Like, I know I will be okay. I know things will get better. I know to remember them in a positive light. Like, I know that's people just do that as a natural call when someone passes, to like say some encouraging words. So I don't get upset about that or anything like that. All I'm saying is internally it's like, I know this, guys, but this, I'm just in the point where it fucking sucks. And what I need right now, I need hot meals. I need experiences. Like, I had a friend cook me some Japanese curry. You know who you are. Hey friend, bring me over to play board games. Like, I need distractions. I need experiences. I need to be able to see the positive in my life, because I know it's there, but when you're in the depths of grief, it can just be really hard to see the positive. It really can. So that's what I need right now. I need people to, I need to be able to face paint and do artwork and people just celebrate with me. I need to be able to go places and see the positive, but not in a fake way, right? I don't want to necessarily be in the club. I'm not the type of person where that brings me joy. Like, I love like clubs and lounges with like just with close friends. But as far as like if somebody that I just met is like, hey, let's go to the club, I'm like, and just have people like spilling drinks on me and me wanting to fight. I'm not a fighter, but I don't like disrespect and I don't like packed crowds. I don't like too many people on my body. Like, I'm a personal space person, you know, those kind of environments. That's work. You know what I'm saying? That's exhausting. Getting ready in and of itself is the fun part. Like, once you, pre-game, fun. Once you're there, it's just like, did this bitch just bump into me? Like, but yeah, so that's what's going on that side. So that's what I mean when I say I'm super happy in certain areas. Like, I'm so excited about some things that's like really coming to me. I'm finding myself, I'm learning new things, I'm decorating, I'm exploring, I'm becoming an adult. It's weird to think. But then there's areas where it's just like, oh, this is really freaking sad. And this is also a part of becoming an adult. Like, so it's all part of the process, you know, as a whole. And I know that. But if I have any friends watching this, just talk to me. Not out of obligation, but just, you know, if there's any friends that I haven't been hitting up, I, for one, apologize. But for two, I really haven't been hitting most people up. I think a lot of people can potentially relate to this. It's not even like I've been in my own bubble. Girl, we out here trying to survive, okay? So like, I hope nobody takes that personally. I don't take it personally with people, you know what I'm saying? To a certain extent. Now, if I hit you up like 7 times and you don't say shit back to me, no, it's personal. It is personal. But, and people can disagree with me on that, but no, it's personal. Cause like I said, life ebbs and flows. You done had your grace periods. If you miss a message or something, I don't care. That's not my MO. It's just like about finding that balance between being in our own bubbles and being a Venn diagram. Oh wait, that bars. Okay. This video, I'm trying not to make it too long, but now onto the double life I've been living. And another reason why I've been having a hard time making content. Well, no, that's a lie. I haven't had a hard time making content because I've been freaking killing the gram. I've been killing the TikToks. You know what I'm saying? I've been on Twitter heavy. I've been on Twitter heavy since 2011. So like, get at me. Follow me at BreeHallOfficial. Twitter verify me at BreeHallOfficial. Oh, not Twitter verify me right after this video. All that said, why it's been hard to make long form content for like YouTube is because there is a serious part of me that y'all have not seen in depth. You've seen it, and I feel like when y'all have seen this on my channel, I was the most consistent with posting during that time period, or just constantly bringing content, because there's an element of my life that when it is not at the center, I'm not happy. And that's just that on that. For the people that are a little bit newer or started following me just for hair content, a lot of y'all may not know this, and so that's why I really want to share some of this part of me with you guys. And if you say, hey, I only came to see the protein out your scalp, that's fine too. That is such a minuscule part of who I am and me and even what I do. Literally the whole reason I even started a hair journey. I'm gonna do a whole video about my hair journey because, girl, also, you know, get into it. Like she got a couple inches on her during the pandemic, you feel me? Let me get back serious. For those of you who don't know, I have been drawing since I was 2 years old. No teaching, no nothing. That's when I started drawing, and I found a love in that I never thought possible. The reason I started drawing, and I feel comfortable saying this on YouTube because I have said this in some interviews, is because my biological father is a stained glass artist, makes things with glass. He does a lot of stuff like that. I basically wanted his attention. And since I felt like I wasn't enough when I was growing up, I was like, you know what? Let me try to get at him on his level. So I was like, since he loves art so much, let me try to make something too. This will grab his attention. And in some cases it did, but in others it didn't. But when it didn't, I was like, all right, I gotta make something better. I gotta make something cooler. And then after a while, I stopped counting on his attention and I actually started to love it by myself. And that started pretty early. I'd say as early as like 1st grade. I started to actually love it myself. I started to actually get pretty good at it. And from there, I actually ended up drawing almost every day. Like I said, it consumed me. It was my outlet. Drawing and writing poetry, hands down my 2 biggest outlets growing up. And I also had a Barbie video camera, so I think I was destined for YouTube because I was vlogging before I even knew there was such a thing. From there, I was completely self-taught, just with passion, and I was one of 2 students in my entire county who was accepted into my like regional performing arts school, and that was for middle school. And during that time, you know, I had a teacher say something really important to me where she said, the reason why you stand out in this class is because a lot of students in this class make art, but you see art, and art is more about seeing than drawing ever was. And that really stuck with me because I feel like the way I see the world is in an artistic lens. So that's why when I'm not able to like bring out or purge those thoughts and those emotions and those feelings into artwork, I feel creatively constipated, if you will. So that's what's made content so hard, because that year of being in that situation and not being able to like feel like I could comfortably create without being gaslit or criticized or just have ideas and let them flow, it created a blockage in my entire life that is now freeing up. You know, we done took the laxative. No, just kidding. I had another high school teacher when I was in a science program. Your girl's a nerd. She said something that definitely, it stuck with me, but not as hard as it should have, because every time I go through like a phase of metamorphosis in my life, this quote from her always comes back to me. She said to me when I was getting my full scholarship in computer science to go to college, she looked at me with so much disappointment, y'all. She said, I see a lot of me in you, and you are going to regret this. And I was like, what do you mean with my computer science stuff? And she said, you are not just someone who makes art. I feel as though because I see a lot of you in me, art is a part of who you are. You know what I mean? It's literally a part of you. So she said, you can run from it as much as you want. You can do the things that feel right as much as you want. You can do the things that society needs you to do as much as you want. But no matter how hard you fight it, you will always end up back creating art or in the art field. And I feel like even to some degree, some people might be like, making hair videos and beauty videos was in some degree doing what society wanted. And granted, as you can tell when I talk about hair and makeup, I love hair and makeup, but they are extensions of art. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, especially me being a black woman, like my hair can do so many things. So it feels like an extension of art. It's so soothing just rubbing product through my hair. I don't know how to describe it, but it's very relaxing. But they're extensions. They're not the center of art. So a lot of y'all have been saying, oh, you know, Brie, you were killing it this Halloween season. You killed Halloween this year. Halloween season. And something about that made me so freaking sad, because in my mind I'm like, but it's not a season for me. This is part of who I am. I'm a nerd. I've been catfishing as a bad bitch for like a good couple years, and a beauty guru. I am a fake beauty guru, y'all. Not fake, but like, I don't belong here, but I'm here. She snuck in through the back door. You feel me? I was supposed to be in here, but I took the wrong door and ended up in the right place. That might not make no sense, but I hope y'all are catching my drift in this video. When I was doing, and you'll see if you go to my Instagram right now, I might attach some pictures if I remember. When I was doing all my face painting, my cosplays, everything like that, I felt for the first time so alive, so happy. My mama called me and she's like, I can feel your happiness radiating off of you because you're so, I call her, I'd be like, Mom, I'm so excited. I just got paint. I got this. Guys, I just got a computer that can handle my animation software. I freaking cried over this computer because I'm like, oh my God, my ideas can be actualized now, because I've been half-assing everything because my computers haven't been able to handle the things I want to do. And so I want to go where I feel the most alive. And again, please don't box me in. A lot of people might hear she wants to go where she's the most alive and want to do face painting and cosplay. So I need to unfollow her because she's not going to be doing no more hair content or makeup, or this channel is about to change. And that's only partially true, because look, like, again, I'm not saying I'm showing less of that stuff. And I feel like in some ways when people hear, oh, she has other interests, that might sound like, oh, we're losing something. And I'm like, no, I want to show you more. I want to show you the exciting things. I want to bring my passions in, you know what I mean? I want to show you the extensions of my art, the hair and the makeup, but I also want to show you my art. Like, I want to show you the core of everything, the why that I do everything else that I do. And I know I've done some speed portrait videos here on this channel a few times, and y'all, a lot of people were always surprised. And it's just so shocking to me that people are shocked when I'm doing face painting or something and it's good, or you know, I draw something and people are surprised, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is such a core part of my identity and people are surprised about it. Like, that has to change, y'all. That we can't keep going like this, because again, at the core of it, for those of you who know, I literally changed my major as soon as I got in college, pretty much, from computer science, because I was a nerd, to animation, even bigger nerd, right? Where I was able to combine everything. And what recreating characters, but also turning them into cool videos and edits and all these things, literally combines everything that I enjoy. I get to do makeup and face paint, like hard makeup. Like, don't get me wrong, doing a natural face is actually very freaking hard. A lot of people don't realize. It takes skill. It takes a lot of skill. But doing hard makeup in the sense of like, I'm literally painting myself. And then hair, I have to literally create a hair look, whether it's a wig, whether it's my own hair. As you've seen, I've done a couple looks where it's both. And then I get to also combine computers and technology and camera work. I love cameras and photography. I get to combine animation and editing. Like, what? I'm literally certified. I'm a certified retoucher and a VFX artist. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of the edits that y'all see on my Instagram for Halloween are edits I did. And of course, we have other friends that are helpful and that have helped edit. But I was like, bro, this is so much fun for me. I love VFX. I love it. I love it. I love it. The possibilities are really endless right now. And I was like, I can't go on not telling my gang, my people, my family about what is to come, because I'm so excited, guys. Like, I'm so excited for y'all to see this part of me. I know some people might have said I've been a little different in videos, and it's simply because, number one, I was in that situation. Number two, I just haven't been able to have all the resources I need to, number one, create at the magnitude and scale I wanted, but now I have those, some of them, right? And then also number two, to feel like that was acceptable via the algorithm and things, because again, the algorithm loves a box. But guess what? I am a nerdy black girl who is a bad bitch hobbyist. You know what I'm saying? I like to pull the bad bitch out on the weekends, but I still like to show up with the elf ears and be like, what's up? What's good? Some of my body paintings took 10 hours. So I want to just integrate all that and even take y'all through the process of how I do some of these cosplays and create some of these characters, because it's not as simple as, you know, people might think. Sometimes some of the props I make from scratch. Like, I literally mold and model them and paint them myself. So I think, I don't know, I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna have so much fun, and I hope that y'all are excited with me, because I'm so excited. And nerdy black girls need a platform, okay? We're here. We've always been here, and I felt like I had to hide my nerd so that my voice could be heard. Now, isn't that so absurd? And also, realistically, I do this stuff more frequently. I'd be drawing like every day, I'd be creating stuff every day, and so I can do longer form videos and things that are more immersive. But girl, now I know that y'all don't be doing y'all hair, especially people out there that have type 4 hair. I have 4A hair. I know y'all don't be doing y'all hair every day. They say it's good to post on YouTube 3 times a week. How many of y'all wash y'all hair 3 times a week? Come on now. And I know I can do talking videos about hair too, but still, let's be real. I don't do my hair every week sometimes. Through Halloween, I had my hair in mini twists. So I'm like, they not gonna wanna see nothing. I slapped it in some mini twists and kept it moving, child. Like I was, you know what I mean? Throwing a little shea butter on the ends and kept it going. Basically, I just want to show y'all a more well-rounded picture of me, and hopefully, fingers crossed, because I told y'all the algorithm loves a box, but hopefully the algorithm does not suppress that as well. If the algorithm do start to suppress some things, I might start a Patreon. If that's the direction that YouTube starts going, then I will keep this channel strictly like beauty, hair with some sprinkles of art, and then do all my like big artsy fartsy stuff on there. Either way, this creation's gonna get created. I don't know. I just feel like me again, but like new me, you know? But I hope this is a good intro video back in. Now I feel like the door has been reopened and there's 1,010,000 topics I have to talk about. Also, I'm gonna talk to y'all more. Something about my like anxiety about videos and the way the internet is also kind of perfectionist. I was nervous about talking, but I was like, I really want to talk more in my videos, so look out for that because I'm gonna be rapping. I might do some more commentary. Actually, no, I'm definitely doing some more commentary. I've been doing some like investigative journalism a little bit. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to making this channel well-rounded and not taking it too seriously. It's just gonna be me. It's just gonna be me and you. Me and you. And I love you and I missed you. And now, without further ado, this is for the real ones that stay to the end. This is not an official ad or nothing, but I have a podcast coming that I've been working on for a year. Yes, a network is doing it and everything. It has been a long process, but it is so worth it and I can't wait to share with y'all. So that's just a sneak little piece of information. But also, now without further ado, a sneak preview of my new intro. I love y'all. Peace out, gang, and I will see you in my next video. Love you guys.
Peace out, gang.